What's up everybody, how are you doing? Welcome to another video, and today we will be reviewing the HDR and DLSS capability of Gotham Knights on the Windows platform. This game is available on Game Pass, and as a huge Batman fan I had to try it. I have played all of the Arkham games on Windows, and they are really known for their graphical capability. They are super good looking games. I do think even Gotham Knight does look good, despite a lot of criticisms about not being polished and apparently not being a step up from the Arkham Knight, the previous game of Batman themed game, I guess. Although this is not set in the same universe, I do consider it to be a game that is in the Batman universe. I know Batman is not here in this game. It's common knowledge that Batman is dead in this game, and you have to play as Barbara Gordon or Nightwing and so on. But I will still consider this a Batman game, and I will play it because of that. But let's start reviewing the DLSS capability. So the resolution is 2560 into 1440. That's a resolution I play on. DLSS will be set to performance mode. I haven't really adjusted any sharpening intensity, and motion blur will be off obviously, and all of the other settings will be set to high. So these are the settings that I will be using. And as for the HDR aspect of the game, that will be attached as both calibrated profile of HDR and recording of the monitor. My monitor does have true HDR capability, so I will record it, but that will be recorded through a phone. So more on that later. And as for now, let's review the game. The initial FPS that I'm getting, I will be using the NVIDIA GPU's FPS counter, and the FPS will not be displayed on the screen. But this game, as I said before, is free, and you're welcome to check the FPS on an RTX 3060. The cutscenes are 60 FPS actually, not 30 FPS. That does look good.
Arrived at Gotham U. What do we know so far about this professor?
So I'm getting 80 FPS.
Half-finished file to his code black. Langstrom must have been mixed up in something bad.
Then I'll pick up where Batman left off.
And yes, so the camera movement is super smooth even through a mouse. And I do have a controller, but I have not recharged the batteries. But just testing out this game, I do see super smooth FPS, 80 FPS, and I've already shown you the settings that I'm using. So I'm pretty satisfied with that you are able to play this game with ray tracing on. As you have seen before, ray tracing was turned on. Guys, now I have turned HDR on, as you can see. Previously the HDR was off, and sharpening level is still off, but I have turned on ray tracing, which was on before as well. But at this time I am using the quality mode, and with the HDR turned on, there is a massive difference between the images. The previous, compared to the previous image that I was using, I did have local dimming turned on, so in my monitor it does create this effect of having richer black. But now the FPS has dropped. I'm getting only 64 FPS. Previously I was getting over 80 FPS, but I would much rather prefer this mode, the quality mode, over, let's say, the performance mode, simply because there's a lot more scenery in this game. As for the game, I know this game really did not gain much attention. In fact, I don't think it got much of a attention from critics or fans. Did not have a lot of good ratings. Okay, let's skip this cutscene.
Langstrom's dead. Do we know where his office is?
I have already seen that cutscene before.
Hold on, just checking GU's website. Here we go. His office
Let's
is on the third
examine
floor of Golden Hall.
the screen now.
Got it.
Yes, so I do see that the game definitely looks much better with the quality mode of the DLSS. Yeah, so especially in the far off regions where the light sources are there, that detail is well embellished. Let us examine Barbara Gordon's hair in DLSS quality mode. I'm getting it's locked at 60 FPS for now. I guess the accuracy and fidelity will be added with ray tracing on, especially when you're near a light source. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to increase fidelity. And there's obviously the raindrops trickling down her chest, so you can examine that. I guess you can, yeah, examine her chest. Yes, so that's the whole profile of Barbara Gordon. I do think the character models look really nice in this game. 60 FPS is good enough for a third person, primarily adventure game. What are we supposed to do here? I guess we're supposed to scan this. I think we're supposed to go downstairs. Let's jump.
This must be where Langstrom died.
I do think we need to fix the controls a little bit. You can probably do that through the key bindings option.
Significant blood loss here. Evidence of a struggle, then the attacker pinned him to the wall.
So guys, I should also tell you the monitor which I'm using. It's the KTC monitor. It is a true HDR monitor.
Langstrom?
Locked at 69 FPS guys on the quality mode. I'm really happy. And if you do have a calibrated HDR profile, this is going to look really good
Closet.
on an HDR monitor.
Langstrom's workstation. I should take a closer look. Well, hello there. A hard drive. I need to get this back to Belfry.
Guess it's time to save the game before we fight them. Getting around 54 FPS now. Time to test the combat in this game. Let's see if it's as smooth as the Arkham games that I remember.
Freaks are here.
Gang's a bit
Not really that acrobatic. The combat was pretty straightforward. Thank you so much for watching.